Hello CURLtops, welcome to This Curl Live. I'm Ms.Hairista and today you're watching the second episode of our Curly Teen Hair series with our special guest, Charlotte. So if you haven't watched the intro video to this series, please watch that video. I'll include it in the link below because in that video, Charlotte describes what she's really struggling with. And one of the things she mentioned is that she's transitioning. And so it's really difficult for her to style her hair because she has multiple different curl patterns going on and multiple different textures. Yeah, it's time to take care of that. Now, when you have relaxed ends and your natural curl pattern isn't super curly or super tight or super textured, you can get away with blending in your relaxed ends with your natural hair a little bit. So what you need to do is when your hair is wet and you're styling it, scrunch those relaxed ends more than you scrunch your virgin hair. Scrunch them more, give it a twist. You can go through each piece of hair and twist it so that once it dries, it's a little bit curlier than it naturally would be. Of course, if your hair has a super tight curl pattern, you have really kinky hair, having relaxed ends and scrunching them is really not going to do much. There's going to be a clear line of demarcation between your virgin hair and your relaxed ends. Again, the videos in this series have a little bit of sound problems, so this is why I'm doing a voiceover. But I just needed to share with you a little story that Charlotte shared during our session. She was talking about how she had braids, I think cornrows done in the front of her, on the top of her head, that were held together by those tiny little clear headbands or the hair ties. And in the process of taking one of them out, she decided, I think she said, to use like a little eyebrow razor to break the rubber band. As you can see, I don't approve of this. Don't do this at home, folks. Don't do this at home. And so in the process of trying to break the hairband, she ended up taking a whole chunk of her hair out. And yeah, just don't do it. So if you've accidentally taken a chunk of your hair off, please share the story in the comments below. It might serve as a cautionary tale for someone who might really need it. So the goal for Charlotte was to get rid of some of those relaxed ends, give her a little bit more of a bob, but still leave enough hair so that she could tie it comfortably. Now, a lot of women shy away from big chopping. It is a very personal decision, and I completely understand. But I will say this, if your texture is very different and far from your relaxed texture, after a certain point, once your natural hair gets to a certain length, it's going to be very difficult to deal with those two textures because you won't be able to wear your hair out, because there will be a clear line of demarcation. So unless you're willing to do protective styles all the time, ponytails, buns, braids, it's going to be a big challenge. Now it's time for the final reveal. This is my favorite part. I just love seeing my clients' reactions. So drum roll, please. So we ended up giving Charlotte a little bit of an asymmetrical cut. It flattered her curl pattern, it flattered her face, and she really liked that idea, so that's what we decided to go with. I really love how it turned out, and again, I tried to really give those relaxed ends a little extra twist, a little extra scrunch, so that it would blend in with her natural hair, which I think it did pretty well. Charlotte loves it. I am so happy because she is so happy. So success? I think so. Charlotte was full of stories. She was so funny and I loved working with her. I'm so happy her hair turned out great, and most importantly, her ends blend in with her virgin hair. So again, if you're transitioning, big chop. If you don't want a big chop, blend in those relaxed ends with your natural texture by scrunching or twisting the hair or curling it. If you don't want to do that, protective styling is the answer. Braids, ponytails, buns, all the way. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please click that red button. And thank you so much for watching this curl life, where you can learn to love your hair one curl at a time. See you next time.